We've talked about all the many stories of things that Jesus did and how that he walked around the countryside and he would stop and talk to people and preach and teach and tell them about God's love and how God wanted them to live. People would bring other people, friends of theirs, or they would come themselves because they were sick and they needed to be healed. And they were looking for help from Jesus, and he was always willing to give that to them. Today there's a couple of just samples of stories of things that he did. You know, the Bible is full of all kinds of stories of things that Jesus said and did. And it's really neat. I thought of this one verse. It's in the book of John. It's one of the very last verses of the book of John. And John is saying, "This is the disciple who gives witness to these things. He also wrote them down, and we know that this is true." His witness is true. And then John said, "Jesus did many other things. What if every one of them were written down? I suppose that even the whole world would not have room for the books it would take." Can you imagine? He did that many things. So the disciples, or the people who wrote the New Testament, they just picked certain ones that they wanted to tell us about. Like there's the story of Jesus was in a house and they were bringing sick people to him. And these men, they had a friend who couldn't walk and they were going to bring him to Jesus. And when they got to the house, they couldn't get in the door because there were so many people. So they climbed to the top of the roof of the house, opened up the roof, because where they live, the roofs are flat. People actually sit up there and in the evenings like you would a porch. And they let the man down through the roof to Jesus. And Jesus healed him and he could walk. Look how happy he looks. Don't you know he went out of there dancing because he was so happy, because he had not been able to walk. He was stuck sitting on the ground begging for food because there was nothing for him to do to earn a living. Isn't that sad? But Jesus healed him and made him so he could walk. Another day, there was a man who had a daughter who was sick. She was very, very ill. And the man came to Jesus and said, "Jesus, please come, my daughter. I'm afraid she's going to die. She is so very sick and nothing has been able to help her." And the Bible says that Jesus went to where she was, and she went into the room with the little girl. And the Bible says that Jesus reached down and took her by the hand, and she sat up, and he said, "Give her something to eat." And before long, she was playing like all the other children because Jesus wanted to help her. And they were all so very happy. Another day, there was a man who came to Jesus who was blind. He couldn't see anything. Can you imagine living your life and not being able to see anything? Well, the Bible says that Jesus spit in the clay, in the dirt on the ground. And he kind of stirred it up and he made mud out of it. I wouldn't suggest you do that. You'll get in trouble with your mom. But he did that. And then he put that mud on the man's eyes. And then he told the man to go wash his eyes. And when he washed the mud off, guess what? He could see. Isn't that amazing? There are all kinds of stories of people that Jesus helped and he healed. He healed their physical bodies. He healed their physical and their mental bodies too. He helped them feel good about themselves again and realize that there was a reason for them and that they were valuable and they were important. And that's what he wants us to know, is that we are valuable. We're important. Whether you're a little person or a big person, whether you're young or whether you're really old, you're very valuable and important to Jesus. And he loves you and he wants to take care of you and he wants to help you. I hope you've enjoyed the stories, and I hope you spend time looking at stories on your own about Jesus and about all the wonderful things that he did. Thank you, and have a great week. Bye-bye.